All right, say no to Flakka. Flakka might sound like a made up name, but it is very real and dangerous synthetic drug that has caused chaos in communities across the US, known scientifically as alpha PVP, alpha pyrrolindopin typhin. Flakka is part of the catenone family of chemicals related to the natural stimulant found in cat plant, which has been used for centuries in East Africa and the Middle East. Unlike that, however, Flakka is entirely synthetic and far more potent. Flakka was originally developed in the 1960s as part of a research into potential antidepressants. However, it was never approved for medical use. Decades later, around early 2010s, it's resurfaced on these streets as a recreational drug. Its rise in popularity came quickly, especially in places like Florida, where it led to the shocking incident, people running naked through traffic, exhibiting Superman strength, or lashing out in violent delusions. These extreme effects earned Flocka its name, the zombie drug. One reason Flocka spread so fast was its low cost. A single dose could sell for as little as $5, making it attractive. People struggle with poverty, addiction, or curiosity. Another reason, how easy it is to obtain. Of it came from labs in China, was sold online, disguised as other legal substances by the name authorities caught on. It had already caused a wave of emergency room visits, arrests, and long-term health. How does Flocka work in the body? I'll tell you, Flocka is a synthetic stimulant that messes with the brain's communication system in a big way. It works blocking the reuptake of three major neurotransmitters: dopamine, norepinephrine, excuse me, norepinephrine, and serotonin. These are the same chemicals responsible for mood, motivation, and sense of well-being. When Flocka blocks their reabsorption, it causes a buildup in the brain, leading to intense stimulation and short-term euphoria. At first, users may feel energetic, alert, or even euphoric, but this high doesn't last long. The brain becomes overwhelmed by the chemical flood, and soon dangerous symptoms begin to show: paranoia, hallucinations, aggression, and disorganized thinking. The experience is often compared that the that of methamphetamine or cocaine, but far more unpredictable in many causes. Users experience a complete break of reality. Physically, Flocka is just as harmful. It increases heart rate, blood flow, blood pressure, raises body temperature to dangerous levels, a condition called hypothermia, and can lead to muscle breakdown, kidney failure, and even death. The effects can last long after the drug wears off, including lingering anxiety, depression, and psychosis. The focus of this is the reproductive system. While much of the public discussion around drugs focus on the brain, heart, and lungs, Flocka's damage doesn't stop there. One of the lesser known but equally serious impacts of Flocka is on the reproductive system. The system does more than enable reproduction, it helps regulate hormones that affect everything from mood to muscles to mass sleep. In males, the reproductive system includes the testes, prostate gland, and seminal vessels. These organs are responsible for producing sperm and testosterone. In females, nonetheless, the ovaries, uterus, and fallopian tubes coordinate egg production, menstruation, and pregnancy. Hormones like estrogen, Progesterones and testosterones are messengers that keep all of this in balance. Flakka throws the balance out of whack. Prolonged use of the drug can lead to hormonal imbalances where the testosterone and estrogen levels drop or fluctuate erratically. This can cause sexual dysfunction, including reduced libido, erectile dysfunction in males, and painful or irregular menstrual cycles in females. In some women, chronic Flakka uses, users has been linked to amenorrhea, the absence of menstruation altogether. Even more troubling, Flakka's impact on fertility, damage to reproductive organs, time may reduce the ability to convince or carry a pregnancy. So, which is even more troubling, is Flakka's impact on fertility, damage to the reproductive organs over time may reduce the ability to conceive or carry a pregnancy to term. If a woman uses Flakka while pregnant, the drug can cross the placenta and interfere with fetal development, possibly causing birth defects or development delays. And because Flakka use is also linked to risky sexual behavior, the chances of contracting STDs or facing unintended pregnancies also go up. There truly is a serious legal status, and surprising with these facts that it is either death or prison. Given its danger, it's no surprise that the Drug Enforcement Administration (DEA) has classified Flakka as a Schedule 1 controlled substance. This means it is considered to have no medical use and high potential for abuse, just like heroin and LSD. What might surprise people, what might surprise people was once legally sold online, labeled as bath salt and or plant food. So quite frankly, was also labeled as bath salts or plant food to skirt drug laws. It wasn't until public emergencies started popping up and those laws caught up. But even when the ban was in place, newer versions of synthetic Cantonese kept appearing, often tweaked just enough to avoid immediate detection. Some Flakka users have shown incredible resistance to pain and even to tasers, like due to the surge of adrenaline and overstimulation of the nervous system. This has made it difficult for police and medical workers to safely intervene during Flakka-related emergencies. Cultural and social consequences. Beyond individual health, Flakka has a major social consequence. It has burned emergency rooms and law enforcement agencies, especially in low income areas. Many of the people drawn to Flakka are already dealing with economic hardship, trauma, or mental health struggles, making it a symptom of deeper issues, much as the problem. Some experts argue that fighting drugs like Flakka requires more than punishment. It requires education, access to mental health services, and support for at-risk communities. Raising awareness is of the one way to start the process. Flakka may not be as well known today as drugs like fentanyl, cocaine, but that doesn't make it any less dangerous. In fact, its low price, unpredictable effects, and extreme impact on both the brain and reproductive system make it one of the most harmful synthetic stimulants to emerge in the recent years. People need to know what they are dealing with, whether it's teenagers curious about getting high, adults self-medicating for stress, or entire communities unaware of the risk. Education is a powerful tool. It is just one. If just one person decides to walk away from Flakka because of something they learned in a school flyer or a common forum, that's a win. Don't let the name fool you. Flakka is not a joke. It, it's not safe, and its effects go far beyond the high. Say no, spread the word, and protect your health.